JWW on the move. Oh, big the foot, oh, big the foot, I'm glad you're hanging round. Oh, big the foot, oh, big the foot, though you never make a sound. You're with me everywhere I go. I see your face, your hands, your toes. Oh, big the foot, oh, big the foot, I'm glad you're hanging round. Seeing this log truck reminds me that my daddy was a logger when I was a little boy, elementary school. Lots of memories. They're everywhere. Hey, there's a Hardee's over there, babe.
It sure is. You don't see those much anymore.
Yeah, the one in Kissimmee closed.
Yep. I remember when Daddy and Mom used to come to St. Cloud to see us years ago. He was a Hardee man because he was from Virginia, North Carolina area.
He was a Hardee man?
Hardee's. Hardee's man because he liked those biscuits.
He loved those, he did.
Every morning he would leave our house early in the morning, drive all the way over to Kissimmee because that was the only Hardee's close to us, to get a cup of coffee and get a biscuit and read the paper, or read his Bible or whatever, and then come back home. I remember that. Every time I see a Hardee's, I always think of that.
Morning, everyone. Jim Williams here, coming to you from the beautiful sunny South Georgia. Hey, baby doll.
Good morning, everyone.
JWW on the move. We have left our Valdosta Hotel this morning, made our way up to Hahira, Georgia. And we're going to take a look around here at this old historical town, big for the railroad in the day. And we've come here to this replica of the original railroad depot.
And where is this?
Hahira, Georgia.
Yeah, they might want to know that.
All right then. The original train depot had become so dilapidated that it was demolished in 1980. And then in 2017, the city built this 7,500 square foot replica of the train station. And this is how it appears here today. And here is my beautiful wife in front of the fountain and the flags, dedicated to all veterans who have served in all wars in the military services of the United States of America from the Hahira area, from the American Legion Post 218 of Hahira, Georgia. Anybody remember the song by Ray Stevens, The Shriners Convention? That was set in Hahira. That is, at least the song mentions Hahira. And in fact, that is so significant, that song became so popular, that here in Hahira, they actually have a Ray Stevens Day. It started in 1980 because of all the publicity of that song, talking about Hahira. This is Hahira. Hahira! All right. Just appears to be an open area. They have it set up with some tables and chairs like for a meeting. but it's not a replica of the inside of a railroad station. This building was dedicated November 1, 2017. Reminiscent of the loading dock, I'm sure. And out back, we have not only did they salvage some of the rails from the railroad track, but they also salvaged a caboose with Hahira, Georgia stamped on the side.
I would think they still are using these tracks for
Oh yeah, now on the other side of the fence, yeah, that's still the old railroad over there. Probably there's no passenger trains that come through here anymore.
Oh, no.
Only cargo trains.
Yeah.
Hahira was not a major railroad hub, but it was an important railroad town. In fact, its existence depended on the fact that the railroad came through here. Georgia Southern and Florida Railroad reached the area around the 1800s, maybe the 1880s. And once the railroad arrived, Hahira quickly developed into a shipping point. Local farmers would ship out cotton, tobacco, lumber, turpentine, later on some vegetables and stuff like that. All these were loaded onto the trains and shipped off to markets in the southeast. It was indeed the railroad that put Hahira on the map, and the community grew around the depot. Trains still roll through town, as we saw a moment ago on the railroad tracks over there. Baby doll, did you know that this area where they have the replica of the train depot, this is the square where they hold the Honeybee Festival every year? Did you know that?
No, I did not.
Yep, right here. And beekeeping and honey and all that stuff is a big part of Hahira also.
I wonder why it's so important here than anywhere else. I just wonder if they have more honeybees than we have there where we live. I'm just wondering. Does that make sense?
You have some of the most incredible questions, and I sit here speechless. Well, back in the 1920s and 30s, the beekeeping industry really took off. Some early commercial beekeepers established the area as a center for producing honey, and bees, of course, were essential for pollinating the region's crops as well as producing honey. So that heritage, anyway, inspired the creation of the Hahira Honeybee Festival in 1981. And what started as a community event to revitalize downtown has grown into one of the largest festivals in South Georgia. Look at this. They draw 10,000s of visitors every year. Oh.
Here we are, the courthouse here in this town. Not very big. This is a very small town, as you can see. Very unique buildings here, that's for sure. That's what I like about small towns. They're all different. Okay, here's what this town is really noted for, is the Honeybee Festival that they have every year. Amazing. Jim said 10,000 people come to that.
One of the things I love about small towns, and Hahira is no exception, are the old classic building structures. And the buildings that were one time productive and prosperous, now standing abandoned or repurposed for some other business. Still the old structure though. The old stucco sides of buildings and fronts with the old antique awnings. Classic small town America. And here is the City Hall. Look at that ancient building.
And look at the building beside of it.
Look at that. Looks like something out of the Swiss Alps.
I know.
How about that? We're about to go down Church Street here in Hahira. Show you some churches. Buildings, anyway. And here is the Hahira Community Church. Building, there you go.
We're approaching the Baptist Church building now.
Here is the Hahira First Baptist Church.
And this is the Hahira First Baptist Church. Very beautiful building. We believe that this is a continuation of the Baptist church that I just showed you. This is probably the old building. And they have built the new one that I showed you first. But this is the old one. So they picked up almost 2 blocks of the Baptist church here. Look at these beautiful flowers. Beautiful, and look at that big old rooster over there. Very pretty flowers. And then all these
those
old...
crepe myrtles?
Yes, you're right. Those are crepe myrtles. You used to have those in your yard when you were...
My mama had 67 crepe myrtle bushes.
Very pretty.
Very similar to those.
Very pretty. Very pretty.
I think I see a bumblebee. I would say this is an original building. It has seen its better days. Wow, this is an old building.
Can you guess what that first tree right there is?
No.
I believe it's a peach tree.
Really?
I believe. Georgia's noted for their peaches.
They are.
I think that might be a peach tree, but I might be wrong, but it kind of reminds me of one. I wonder if anybody's living in that house. It looks like maybe it is. That's been around a long time. Look at the... Yeah, somebody's living there, it looks like.
How's that? Ashburn, Georgia. Most people, when they drive down Interstate 75, they pass by exit 82 and never thinking that there's something amazing and interesting right here in Ashburn, Georgia. Look at this giant fire ant. And Ashburn, Georgia has an annual fire ant festival. How cool is that?
Talking about fire ants, I thought Florida was the worst place for fire ants because when we lived in Pensacola, when Faith was just a little girl, we were at church and she was standing beside of a tree there in the parking lot, and she stepped in a fire ant bed, and she was getting eat up alive by them. So we had to strip her clothes off right there in front of everybody, but she was just a little girl. But fire ants were terrible in the panhandle of Florida, and they're bad in where we live at too. So I'm really surprised that this is really a place where fire ants are really bad too. Evidently they must be noted for having this festival they have a year. So I was just thought I'd throw that in about our little girl got almost eat up by fire ants.
Before Ashburn, Georgia became Ashburn, Georgia, it was first called Troopville Crossroads. Apparently was a crossroads on the main road heading to Troopville. Troopville used to be the county seat of Lowndes County. Then around 1880, the name was changed to Marion. That's because the community began to develop after the railroad came through. But then in the 1890s, when the town was incorporated, the name was again changed, this time to Ashburn, named after Mr. W.W. Ashburn, who was a local landowner, businessman that helped develop the town and facilitated a bunch of land sales after the railroad arrived. Railroad was key to the development and growth of Ashburn. Looks like this is the old sheriff's department. The sign still says it's the sheriff's department, but I don't really think, I don't know if that's really true or not. But it is, yeah, look at there, up on the top story. That's where the jail was, because you see the bars on the windows. How cool is that?
Look in the window. It looks like a dead tree in the window.
It does look like a dead tree, doesn't it? I think there's nothing in there but dead trees.
I think so too.
Oh, and look at this sign over here. This old dilapidated sign. The Last Meal Cafe. And it's got a picture of a prisoner with a striped suit on. Wow. Got a big grain operation here. Big silos. Wow. Golden peanut. Peanut grain. Say that was a peanut factory?
Ask them what that is.
This is a huge operation. This is a central part of the town's economy. Ashburn is actually known as the peanut capital of the world. You remember that? I think I mentioned that earlier. Here at this facility, they buy, store, shell, grade, and process peanuts grown all through the southern part of Georgia. You know, we had a president who was a peanut farmer. You remember his name?
Me?
Yeah.
Jimmy Carter. I don't know if he's talking to me or not.
I have no idea who I'm talking to, baby doll. Anyway, so that's all this. This is what's going on here in this plant. This is the hub of Ashburn's economy. Peanuts. Another big part of Ashburn is Carroll's Sausage and Country Store. Been here since 1988. Stone fireplace. Look at that. And we got shopping carts for the wee little bitty shoppers. Nothing like a friendly game of checkers while you're sitting around chewing the fat. Something else Georgia is known for. Sweet Georgia peaches. Hot sauce. Pepper jellies, jammy jellies, wine in the back there. Got a honey section over here. Wow. June found this coffee rack here. Thought it was interesting to see they have a Bigfoot coffee. Oh yeah. Bigfoot got his own coffee here. This place is huge. Now we're talking Williams cheese. Cheese worth having a party for. The giant peanut. Ashburn is known as the peanut capital of the world. And just out of curiosity, I wonder how many other places claim to be the peanut capital of the world. And wouldn't you know, we saw the cutest little streetcar espresso drive-through coffee shop. Look at this. It's a little streetcar made into a drive-through coffee shop. I have never seen anything like that. Ashburn, Georgia. I heard an old story, how a Savior came from glory, how he gave his life on Calvary to save a wretch like me. I heard about his groaning, of his precious blood's atoning. Then I repented of my sins and won the victory. Oh, victory in Jesus, my Savior forever. He sought me and bought me with his redeeming blood. He loved me ere I knew him, and all my love is due him. He plunged me to victory beneath the cleansing flood. I heard about his healing, of his cleansing power revealing, how he made the lame to walk again and caused the blind to see. And then I cried, dear Jesus, come and heal my broken spirit. And somehow Jesus came and brought to me the victory. Oh, victory in Jesus, my Savior forever. He sought me and bought me with his redeeming blood. He loved me ere I knew him, and all my love is due him. He plunged me to victory beneath the cleansing flood. I heard about a mansion he has built for me in glory, and I heard about the streets of gold beyond the crystal sea, about the angels singing and the old redemption story, and some sweet day I'll sing up there the song of victory. Oh, victory in Jesus, my Savior forever. He sought me and bought me with his redeeming blood. He loved me ere I knew him, and all my love is due him. He plunged me to victory beneath the cleansing flood. Everybody is asleep. We made it to our destination. That's going to do it for today in this video. Thanks for joining us. If the Lord wills, I'll see you in the next video. Shh. Good night and goodbye.
Wow.
Great.